Lately, I've been trying to read Having a Merry Heart and a Martha World, and like a true Martha, I have only gotten through one chapter, but from that one chapter, I gained a lot of knowledge, and I highly recommend that you read this book. I'm going to focus on reading it more intentionally over my winter break alongside my Bible, but I wanted to share some things that I have learned from it so far. I've been doing like a little book of like what I've learned from the chapters, so one of the things that really struck me about the whole perspective of the first chapter was that she talked about how Jesus knew that Martha would never be Mary and Mary would never be Martha. But when the two were faced with the same choice to work or to worship, Jesus said that Mary had chosen the better thing. This quote absolutely rocked me. It said, "Mary knows there is plenty to do, and yet she's unable to move except closer." Talking about the only way that she was able to move in a house of busyness, of so much preparation to prepare for Jesus being within their household, literally all she could do was move closer to his feet. And in the social context of this, it was very, very like different from the social norms for a woman to like sit down at his feet instead of work within the house. And obviously, Jesus welcomed this. I also really loved this quote. It said, "For it is impossible to be in the presence of Jesus and not be changed." Another was, "Busyness by itself breeds distraction." In her eagerness to serve Jesus, she almost missed the opportunity to know Jesus. And that was absolutely a blow right to my heart. Busyness is something that we often wear as a badge of honor, especially with the culture within my school. Like being busy is seen as being like important almost. And busyness is not what Jesus asks for. Not at all. This is also such a beautiful quote. He isn't looking as much for workers as he's looking for sons and daughters, a people to pour his life into. I thought that was just beautiful because he didn't die so that we would do more. He died so that we could have eternal life with him. I hope that these thoughts will encourage you to think or just encourage you today, and I highly encourage you to read this book. I will be continuing to read it and sharing my thoughts on it. Bye! Jesus loves you.